camera's been cutting out now for a day. We'll have another go. We'll get the flaming tassel out my face. I don't know how far we got, so we are recording paragraphs 8 and 9. Actually, it's not. It's just 9 and 10 we need, isn't it? Yes, it's just 9 and 10. Take glasses on. Remember in your prayers the church in Syria, which God has for its shepherd in my place. Jesus Christ alone will be its bishop, as will your love. But I am ashamed to be counted among them, for I am not worthy, since I am the very last of them and an abnormality. But I have been granted the mercy to be someone if I reach God. My spirit greets you, as does the love of the churches that welcomes me in the name of Jesus Christ, rather than as a mere transient. For even the churches that did not lie on my way, that's my physical route, went before me from city to city. Yeah, I feel he's getting... hands have been washed several times, it's all right. I get the impression now he's beginning to realise what he set himself. It's, again, still God for its shepherd in my place. God is worthy to replace me. That's a bit peculiar, certainly in a modern way of thinking. We can assume that to those who receive this letter, it probably doesn't sound quite like that. Jesus Christ alone will be its bishop. That's a slight contradiction to what he's been saying before. He's been saying the bishop is God the Father is represented in the bishop. Here he's saying that Jesus will take that place. As will your love. Again, it's community. All the time, community. For in the churches that did not lie on my way, this is physical, went before me from city to city. A lot of people have obviously heard about Ignatius. If we take this as history, factual history, a lot of people obviously heard about him, and he was a highly respected man. Either that or they just wanted to go and see the suicidal fool. It's difficult to tell from what we have here. There are other sources that talk about Ignatius, and probably from a slightly more neutral point of view, and they might be worth investigating. Paragraph 10, and the camera's not dropped out. I write these things to you from Smyrna by the Ephesians, who are most worthy of blessing. For me, along with many others, is Crocus, a name very dear to me, regarding those who preceded... Start 10 again. I write these things to you from Smyrna via the Ephesians, who are most worthy of blessing. With me, along with many others, is Crocus, a name very dear to me. Regarding those who preceded me from Syria to Rome to the glory of God, I believe that you have information. Let them know that I am near, and that they are all worthy of God and of you. And it is quite proper for me for you to refresh them in every respect. I am writing these things to you on the 9th day before the calends of September. Farewell to the end, in patient endurance of Jesus Christ. That's a bit unlike his normal bye-bye and so long, thanks for all the fish, isn't it? It's... Compared to the last paragraph, I think he's coming to accept what is going to happen. And he's resigned to it. I'm worried about Crocus, but he's not alone. Regarding those who have preceded me from Syria to Rome to the glory of God, those who have gone before, I am following in others' footsteps. I am not the first. Does he wish to be the last? I would hope with his eagerness he wishes to be the last to be martyred. And as we know, it's easy with hindsight. He certainly wasn't. Possibly his most personal letter to a group, and the one in which we see there's the conflicts going on within his mind. He desperately wants to do this thing for his God, but he's also showing signs of fear. Fear of what the beasts will do to his body, and also the fear that in some way he'll be persuaded not to. That was a long one, and it's a day late. Hopefully we'll get this one out early tonight, before the 9 o'clock sock, and get another one in when perhaps we wouldn't normally. Thank you very much for your patience over the last few days, and hopefully the camera's now going to behave, and you'll just have to put up with my dyslexic ramblings. Have a very good night.